Have you ever had a woman say something and later realize, wait, was that a sign? And by the time you figured it out, it was already too late. Because here's the truth most men never understand. Women rarely say I want you directly, not because they don't feel it, but because attraction for them is expressed indirectly, through subtle phrases, hidden meanings, emotional hints. And if you don't know how to decode them, you'll miss opportunities that were right in front of you. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 specific things women say that secretly mean she's into you more than you think. But here's the catch. These don't sound like attraction. In fact, some of them might even confuse you or make you think she's just being friendly. And that's exactly why most men miss them. So if you've ever wondered, does she actually like me or am I overthinking? Stay till the end, because once you understand these signals, you'll start seeing attraction everywhere. 1. Why women don't say I want you directly. Women rarely express attraction in a direct, logical way. Instead, they communicate through emotional hints, indirect phrases, and subtle testing language. This section explains the psychology behind indirect communication, fear of rejection, desire for emotional safety, and maintaining feminine energy. Introduce the concept that men must learn to decode, not just listen. This sets the foundation for understanding hidden attraction, signals, and avoiding missed opportunities. 2. Phrase 1. You're different from other guys. This is one of the strongest early attraction indicators. When a woman says this, she's separating you from the crowd, mentally qualifying you. But it's also a test. Will you stay grounded or seek validation? Teach how to respond with calm confidence instead of overexcitement. Integrate attraction principles like mystery, non-neediness, and subtle dominance. Show how this phrase signals curiosity and emotional investment. 3. Phrase 2. Why are you still single? This sounds casual, but it's loaded with meaning. She's trying to understand your relationship value and availability. It's both curiosity and a soft probe into your standards. Many men answer this poorly, self-deprecating or overly serious. Teach how to respond playfully while maintaining high value. Include humor, confidence, and storytelling as tools to deepen attraction. 4. Phrase 3. I feel comfortable around you. This is where emotional attraction starts turning into something deeper. Comfort is the gateway to physical closeness. When a woman says this, she's lowering her guard. Explain how comfort plus tension are attraction. Many men make the mistake of becoming too safe and losing excitement. Teach how to balance warmth with mystery to avoid the friend zone. 5. Phrase 4. You don't text me much. This is not a complaint, it's a signal. She notices your absence. It means she's thinking about you when you're not there. Introduce scarcity, emotional pull, and the psychology of attention. Teach how to respond without becoming overly available. Show how controlled communication increases desire. 6. Phrase 5. You're trouble. Playful accusation. This is flirtation disguised as resistance. When she calls you bad, dangerous, or trouble, it often means she's intrigued and slightly emotionally affected. Explain teasing dynamics, playful tension, and how attraction thrives in emotional contrast. Teach how to amplify this energy without crossing boundaries. 7. The biggest mistake, taking words literally. Most men fail because they interpret female communication at face value. They don't read tone, context, or emotion. This section breaks down how attraction lives between the lines. Introduce awareness of body language, eye contact, and emotional shifts. This is where men transition from reactive to perceptive. 8. How to respond like a high-value man. Teach practical responses to all 5 phrases. Calm, playful, confident, and slightly unpredictable. Introduce conversation flow, teasing, and emotional control. Show how to lead interactions without forcing outcomes. Emphasize presence, tone, and delivery, not just words. 9. Turning these signals into real attraction. Recognizing signals is not enough, you must act correctly. Teach timing, escalation, and emotional pacing. Show how to build anticipation and deepen connection without rushing. Include real-life dating examples and scenarios. 10. Final mindset shift. Stop guessing, start reading. End with transformation. Men must stop chasing clarity and start reading behavior and patterns. Attraction becomes easy when you understand psychology. Reinforce confidence, emotional control, and self-respect as the foundation. 1. Why women don't say I want you directly. Most men think women will just say what they want. That's a huge mistake. In reality, women rarely say I want you directly. And it's not because they're playing games or trying to be mysterious. It's deeper than that. Women express attraction emotionally, not logically. Their words are filters, tools, and signals, not declarations. Think about it. If a woman openly admitted attraction every time, she would constantly expose herself to risk. Emotional safety matters. Attraction carries vulnerability. By expressing feelings indirectly, she tests whether a man can handle her energy, respect boundaries, and respond like a high-value man. This indirect approach is a subconscious way of determining if you're safe, confident, and worth emotional investment. Most men fail here because they take words at face value. She might say, "I like hanging out with you," or "You're so interesting," and men assume she's either just being friendly or not interested, but attraction is hidden in patterns, not words. How she says things, the tone, the pauses, her body language, is far more revealing than the literal meaning. Understanding this principle is crucial. It's not about chasing, convincing, or over-analyzing. It's about observation, patience, and perception. Men who succeed see the invisible signals. They notice when she relaxes, leans in, or subtly reciprocates attention. They understand that attraction is emotional, cumulative, and behavior-driven. The moment you recognize this, you stop over-texting, over-explaining, or chasing. Instead, you read patterns, respond with presence, and allow attraction to grow naturally. Women don't fall for words, they fall for men who inspire emotion, curiosity, and safety, and that's the foundation for everything we're about to cover. With the 5 secret phrases. 2. Phrase 1. You're different from other guys. When a woman says, "You're different from other guys," pay close attention. This is not casual small talk. This is an early-stage attraction signal hidden in a compliment. She's acknowledging that you stand out, that she notices qualities she doesn't see in most men. But it's also a test. She's trying to figure out whether you'll act humble, needy, or confident. Most men hear this and respond incorrectly. They might say, "Oh, I try my best," or start explaining why they're unique, immediately seeking validation. That's exactly the wrong move. Instead, the high-value man accepts it lightly, maintains composure, and responds with playful curiosity or subtle humor. For example, a perfect response could be, "Different enough to keep you guessing?" This shows confidence, charm, and emotional intelligence simultaneously. She has just opened a door, don't rush through it. This phrase tells you that she's already mentally comparing you to other men and giving you an advantage, but she's still observing your reaction. The key principle here is qualification. Women are always subconsciously asking, "Is this man worth my attention?" When you respond with confidence, you pass the test. When you seek validation, you fail instantly. This one simple phrase is like a green light. Proceed carefully. Lead with calm confidence and set the pace of emotional escalation. 3. Phrase 2. Why are you still single? When a woman asks, "Why are you still single?" it's more than curiosity. It's a subconscious attraction test. She's evaluating your value, standards, and self-perception. Many men misinterpret this question and answer honestly, self-deprecating or over-explaining. That kills attraction. The truth is, she's trying to gauge your confidence, independence, and desirability. She wants to see if you're a man who's emotionally stable, high value, and unconcerned with external judgment. The right response is playful, confident, and slightly teasing. For example, "Still waiting for someone who can keep up," or "I haven't met anyone interesting enough yet." This communicates self-respect, humor, and emotional control. Notice that she's essentially inviting you to show your high-value mindset without demanding it. How you respond signals your personality and emotional intelligence. If you panic, explain yourself, or complain, you immediately signal low value. The subtlety here is key. Attraction thrives in emotional tension and mystery. Her question is a window. Your response sets the tone. Answer correctly and you strengthen desire. Answer poorly and you push her away before she even realizes she's interested. 4. Phrase 3. I feel comfortable around you. Comfort is a critical stage in female psychology. When she says, "I feel comfortable around you," it signals emotional openness. She trusts you enough to relax, let her guard down, and potentially allow deeper connection. Many men misread comfort as friendship. And that's where the danger begins, the friend zone. The truth? Emotional comfort plus controlled tension and attraction. Comfort alone kills excitement. Tension alone creates stress. High-value men balance the two. When she expresses comfort, Your role is not to overcorrect or become overly safe. Instead, maintain intrigue, playfulness, and subtle dominance. A perfect response could be light teasing. Comfortable? That sounds dangerously close to liking me. This keeps the emotional energy alive while acknowledging her signal. She is showing vulnerability. How you respond determines whether attraction escalates or plateaus. Read her micro-expressions, notice her body language, and respect boundaries, but don't remove tension. 5. Phrase 4. You don't text me much. When she says, "You don't text me much," most men panic. They start over-texting, chasing replies, or apologizing. This is the exact opposite of what she wants. In reality, she is not complaining. She is acknowledging scarcity, and noticing your presence is impactful. Scarcity is a psychological driver of desire. When you are not constantly available, she begins to think about you when you're absent. That's exactly what builds attraction. A perfect response is playful and confident. Only the most important messages get through, or I like to keep a little mystery alive. This reinforces value, emotional control, and high-status energy. Men who misunderstand this ruin attraction. Men who respond with calm, humorous, and confident energy increase desire exponentially. 6. Phrase 5. You're trouble. Playful accusation. When she calls you trouble or bad, it's flirtation, disguised as a warning. Many men take this literally and overcompensate. In reality, this is a positive sign. She is emotionally stimulated and intrigued. This is the perfect moment for teasing, tension building, and controlled escalation. The key is contrast, playful mischief balanced with calm self-assurance. For example, trouble? Only the fun kind, or I don't cause trouble, I create adventure. This response demonstrates high-value masculine energy. She feels both safe and excited, a combination that drives emotional and sexual attraction. Over time, this playful dynamic strengthens connection and signals deeper investment. 7. The biggest mistake, taking words literally. Most men fail because they take her words at face value. I'm busy doesn't mean disinterest. You're different isn't just a compliment. Words are emotional triggers, behavior reveals attraction. A woman's tone, gestures, and physical proximity are more telling than her statements. High-value men focus on patterns, not individual phrases. If she's consistently attentive, playful, and warm in person, even if texts are slow, she is interested. Men who ignore this get stuck in confusion. Men who overreact destroy attraction. 8. How to respond like a high-value man. Responding correctly requires calm presence, humor, and controlled curiosity. Never over-explain, over-apologize, or seek validation. For each phrase, respond playfully, confidently, and subtly. Lead the interaction with emotional intelligence. Read signals and maintain composure. The goal is controlled escalation, gradually increasing physical and emotional closeness while respecting boundaries. Humor, storytelling, teasing, and measured compliments are the tools of attraction. 9. Turning these signals into real attraction. Recognizing the 5 phrases is only half the battle. Real attraction requires action, pacing interactions, balancing comfort and tension, and maintaining mystery. Apply scarcity, controlled communication, and emotional energy to keep her invested. Combine physical cues with psychological awareness to create irresistible pull. High-value men don't chase. They orchestrate attraction, letting desire develop naturally, while signaling dominance, confidence, and reliability. 10. Final mindset shift. Stop guessing, start reading. Attraction is a language, a combination of verbal cues, body language, and emotional energy. Stop chasing clarity. Start reading signals. When you understand these 5 phrases, recognize the subtle cues and respond like a high-value man. Women no longer confuse you. The man who reads, responds, and leads emotionally becomes irresistible. Confidence, emotional control, and presence, not luck or looks, determine success. Once you truly internalize this, something subtle but powerful begins to shift. You stop chasing validation and instead, you start radiating a quiet confidence that doesn't beg for attention. It naturally attracts it. And women notice, not in loud, obvious ways, but in small, almost unspoken signals. She starts holding eye contact just a second longer than usual, as if she's trying to figure you out. She asks more questions, not just surface-level ones, but things that show genuine curiosity about who you are. She finds excuses to be around you, to continue the conversation, to keep the moment alive just a little longer. It's not forced. It's not scripted. It's instinctive. Because when a man is grounded, emotionally controlled and not seeking approval. He becomes a mystery, and mystery is magnetic. You'll notice how her tone softens when she talks to you, how she laughs a little more, even at things that aren't that funny, how her body language opens up, leaning in, facing you, mirroring your energy without even realizing it. And the most powerful part? You won't feel the need to question it anymore. You won't sit there wondering, does she like me? Because her actions will quietly answer that for you, without a single word needing to be said. You'll see it in the way she chooses to stay a little longer, even when she has a reason to leave. In how she responds faster, invests more, and subtly adjusts herself to match your energy. There's no confusion, no mixed signals, just a natural flow that feels effortless. And that's when it hits you. Attraction was never meant to be chased, because the moment you chase, you place yourself below it. You start seeking approval, overthinking every move, trying to win something that was never supposed to be earned that way. And ironically, that's what pushes it further away. But when you shift internally, when you stop needing validation, when you become grounded in your own purpose, your own standards, your own life, something changes. You stop trying to impress. You stop fearing loss. You stop reacting to every little signal, and instead you become the man who simply is. Calm, centered, unshaken. That's what alignment looks like. It's when your focus is no longer on getting her, but on becoming someone who naturally attracts the right energy without forcing it. It's when your presence speaks louder than your words, and your silence carries more weight than most people's efforts. And when you reach that point, everything changes. The way you walk into a room changes. The way people respond to you changes. The kind of women you attract changes. Because now it's no longer about chasing attention. It's about embodying a presence that commands it, without ever asking.